your fortune from Zoltar. Men of genius are admired. Men of wealth are envied. Men of power are feared. But only men of character are trusted.
Terrence Malick is one of those directors I've always wanted to dive into since he's considered one of the greats, and besides Tree of Life, I haven't seen anything else by him. One day at Half Price Books I came across Knight of Cups and a buddy of mine told me that I should get it, and that for him it's a 10 out of 10. I wish it was for me as well. Knight of Cups follows Christian Bale's character Rick as he wandering about. Really, he's trying to find love, but that's really what happens in the film, is just wandering around. One scene, Bale is wandering around LA, and the next he's wandering around Las Vegas, and so forth. Malick definitely has an interesting visual style, very floaty and almost poetic in its visual aesthetic, which leads to serve some narrative, and it feels very much like a poem. But while poetic in nature, narratively, the film is very thin and stretched beyond what it should have been in my opinion. From the IMDb trivia, it said Malick shot the entire film without a script, and honestly, it kind of feels like it. Most of the film is B-roll with Christian Bale walking around looking at stuff. Most of the interactions between characters have dialogue muted while music plays over. It creates a rather unique feel to the film, and like I said, it feels very poetic, but it just doesn't offer much in terms of a compelling story or rich character development. It feels rather flat, and while I hate this saying, I can see most people saying that this is style over substance. I'm a firm believer that style can be substance, and in many cases like this, you need to look at the director's intentions. And honestly, I'm impressed that they were able to craft a film like this considering on how I'm assuming it was shot. Apparently the editing process took over 2 years to finish, and I'm sure it was not an easy edit. It's admirable to see something so uncompromising, and while I respect that aspect of the film, it doesn't always make for something enjoyable or something edible. Personally, for me, this is a film that if they trimmed out about 30 to 40 minutes of the B-roll, I could easily see myself giving it a 6 or a 7. But there was just so many scenes that felt like they added nothing to the point that I just found myself checking out, losing interest despite how visually interesting I found the style to be.